Hello, I'm Vila Spiderhawk, and I'm going to read an excerpt from Forrest's song, Little Mother. This book is available for $2.99 at Amazon's Kindle store, at Barnes& Noble's Nook store, and at my website, www.vilaspiderhawk.com. Dachau. I had never heard of the word, yet it knocked my legs out from under me. Dachau, Dachau, the impression said again. I repeated the word aloud. What's that? A human Heidi stood by my elbow. She'd been resting on the shelf in her figure-eight form. My muscles clenched. I jerked around. Why do you always do that? Why can't you warn me before changing into a girl? Or at least do your changing and then walk across the room so I have an idea you're coming. What's Dachau? She insisted. I have no idea, but it's important. She sat beside me on the threshold. It could be a person. I opened my thumb. Or a place. Or a thing. I stretched out my first two fingers. I don't think it's a thing. I've never heard of the word. I folded my middle finger into my palm. It's a person. I twitched my thumb in her face. Or a place. I did the same with my pointer. I bet Pandab would know if Dachau is a name, especially if the person's a writer. It's a place, she decided, closing her eyes. I have a very blurry vision of it now. I let my lids drop and laid my hands over hers. So do I. Pale, nondescript buildings warped and wobbled in a field of sun-blistered earth, rectangular and harsh in their murky windows, standing guard as if to hide the souls within from life. The barracks were presented in all in sepia and brown, treeless and without a blade of grass. I get a sense it's in the south, maybe Austria. No, not quite. I think it's south, but in Germany. But what is it? I don't see any movement. Do you? Shushing me, she tapped my wrist. We sat in silence for a while, each working to charm a hint of animation from the scene. But hazelnut tight, the phantom buildings yielded nothing. I lost my focus. So did she. We returned to the woods. Never mind. Now that we've been there, we can find it again. I pressed the heels of my hands to my eyes. Let's go get some breakfast. I launched myself up from the stoop and stretching out my hand helped her up. The blueberries should be ripe, maybe raspberries too, and we can gather some, and tomatoes for lunch. And lovage and parsley and green beans and sage. We can make a big salad, maybe with a hyssop dressing. I'm ashamed to say that by the time I grabbed my basket, I'd forgotten about Dachau and its mute and furtive buildings. But the vision refused to be so easily denied. Again, this is from Forrest's song, Little Mother. This book is available for $2.99 at Amazon's Kindle store, at Barnes & Noble's Nook store, and at my website, www.vilaspiderhawk.com.